one Malaysian. Of course, the Malaysian right at the bottom of the draw there, the number 2 seed, the 5-time former champion. Jano Jorgensen, top half of the draw. Well, we're going to see him later against Jonathan Christie. Jorgensen is a former champion. He won the title 2 years ago and then lost in the final last year. Right at the top of the draw is the All-England finalist Tian Hao Wei against Hong Kong's Hu Yun. But we're going to concentrate in the third quarter there. Rajiv Ouseph against Mustofa. Only one seed, incidentally, in the bottom half of the draw. And that, of course, is 5-time former champion. But here comes Rajiv Ouseph, the British number 1. His opponents, Ihsan Maulana Mustofa. There he is, Mustofa, who played the third singles in the Thomas Cup final. The 5th and deciding match against Denmark. And of course, it was his loss to Hans Christian Vittighus that meant for the very first time Denmark, when appearing in their 9th Thomas Cup final, lifted the trophy for the very first time. First European team ever to lift the Thomas Cup. Now, as far as both these men are concerned, well, they've both been in Super Series quarterfinals previously. This young man, last year as a qualifier in Japan, in only his 2nd ever Super Series tournament, reached the quarterfinal. That was absolutely exceptional. Lost out in that quarterfinal to his teammate Sugiyato. For Ouseph, well, this is his 7th Super Series quarterfinal. Neither of these players have ever progressed through to a Super Series semi-final. So what a chance for both of them. 29-year-old Rajiv Ouseph from Hounslow in West London. Currently 15 in the world. He did spend 2 weeks back in 2010 at number 11. It's gone down 12 places on the Super Series standings to 25. And he's never previously progressed past the 2nd round here at this particular tournament. Well, in the first round, he needed 3 games to beat Derek Wong of Singapore, and then yesterday had to come from a game down against Wei Nan of Hong Kong. In fact, he saved 2 match points in that 2nd game. Eventually, when he hit 26-24, 21-15. So to Ihsan Maulana Mustofa, 20 years of age. Yesterday, went to a career high of 29 in the world ranking. And he's played just 3 Super Series this year prior to this, and is therefore 33 on the Super Series list. Last year, at this home Super Series event, he lost in the qualifying to Lee Dong-kyung. My goodness, what a difference a year makes. This year, he's been in great form. His 2 matches so far, first of all in the first round against the qualifier Brice Loverdes of France. That was 2 straight games. 36 minutes for both of his first matches. In the 2nd round against Wang Yuxiang of China. So that very, very impressive. Well, it's the first meeting between these 2 players. And as far as
ready to play
Ouseph is concerned, well, he's been carrying English hopes in the men's singles for a number of years now. The 29-year-old actually turned 30 in a couple of months. Recently, as we look at our court officials for this one, we'll see Rajiv Ouseph recently announced his engagement to former English, or current English badminton player, I should say. She's still playing, Kate Robertshaw. Well, there'd almost be a sort of poetic justice if Mustofa were to get through to the semi-final of his home Super Series after, you know, of course it wasn't his fault.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Indonesia
Ihsan
didn't win the Thomas Cup final.
Maulana Mustofa, Indonesia.
He didn't really put any threat in that third men's singles to Badminton World, and I guess
Rajiv Ouseph to
that
serve.
was one of the matches that the Indonesians pinned their hopes on.
Yeah. Oh, that's a lovely shot.
1-love.
It's gone wide. Now every single point that he wins will be cheered and cheered by the home fans. It's landed in.
Yeah.
It's going to be quite interesting, Kirsten, to see how both these players react to this big match situation. It's such an opportunity for both of them to get through to a first ever semi-final.
Yeah, and also, I mean, we know that have they played each other?
No,
no,
this is the first meeting.
But they both played Badminton because Rajiv Ouseph beat him in the quarterfinal of the Europeans. There's a service fault called for racket not pointing in a downwards direction. And we saw Mustofa playing Badminton in a Thomas Cup, where he wasn't really able to score points on his own against Badminton. He had enormous trouble with scoring. And will he have an easier task of scoring here? Will he play more freely? I guess he will.
Oh, good defense. My goodness, how quick was that? Short. Yeah, got what it deserved.
And I agree with you, Joe. Very impressive wins in the first two rounds by Mustofa. So very interesting to see whether there is. I mean, we can pretty much say that Ouseph and Badminton, that's more or less same level.
Yeah.
Is there a difference between that level and Mustofa's, or was it merely the circumstances in the Thomas Cup with the possibility of regaining the title for Indonesia after 12 years that put so much pressure on the young player?
Well wide. Well, not that we'll be able to really tell from this angle, but I have to say, the first couple of rallies, that I think Mustofa's movement a lot more fluent and fluid than we saw in China in the Thomas Cup.
Noticed a couple of times that Ouseph is trying to challenge at the net, and that was contrary to what we saw Badminton do in Kunshan. He was quite confident playing the back court, then playing the front court, then the back court, moving Mustofa around. Very confident in his own defense, and then eventually chances occurred, and he was able to punish them with his smashes.
Yeah, good body smash there from Ouseph.
6-5.
Now, you were talking yesterday, Steen, about very, very high lifts because of the difficulty with the drift in this arena, that when the shuttle is falling vertically, as it was then, it's very difficult to time.
Difficult to time. And, that's the way you can defend smashes hit from closer to the net than you normally would, because you don't dare to go for the back court.
That's gone long.
I've been watching these, you have as well, you've been watching more than I, Jill, but I've been watching these three youngsters since they first emerged in the Sudirman Cup last year. Mustofa, Ginting and Jonathan Christie, and I know they're young, but I think they have to come up with something more than what they've got right now. I mean, their attacking style, their attacking skills, I'm in doubt whether they're good enough to sort of open up top 6 in the world.
Even with Jonathan Christie, who we'll see later.
He's got more of an opportunity, but I think his front court game is something that he needs to develop. And I know, of course, he's only 18, so he could do that. But it seems like from his stature, Jonathan Christie, we're going to see him later today, very, very well-built young man, and so I don't think he will get faster than he is right now. I think he's fully developed more or less physically, and got to work on the technical side of his game, in my opinion.
Of course, there's another young Indonesian men's singles player.
Kolik. Yep.
And I mean, I feel that the fact that I appreciate everything you've said, Steen, and I don't disagree at all. But the fact that they've got 4 youngsters that can spar against each other, and they're all going to push each other, and success breeds success.
Yes, but who is going to sort of lead the way for them? Who's going to be the trailblazer?
Yeah.
And that's the difficulty. If you lose the top gun, like they've done with Thomas Ogiato and Sonny Concoro, you don't have someone who can sort of make the path up to that level easy. And that's going to be a tough road for them.
Yeah. So it is Rajiv Ouseph who has the advantage, a 3-point advantage. We're at the mid-game interval in the opening game. Just 8 minutes.
Hot 1, 20 seconds. Hot 1, 20 seconds.
Both players actually can be quite satisfied. I mean, Mustofa on the difficult side of the court scored 8 points, and Ouseph on the better side of the court got a 3-point lead, so still very open. Good shot.
That's a very good shot. Right now.
Cover. 9-11.
I think I would challenge that if I were Rajiv Ouseph. I think it might be out, but there's a little chance that it might have caught some part of the line, and I just would like to see that for myself if I were him, because he's got to be he's got to gain some respect from his deep forehand corner. That definitely is the point to attack with Rajiv Ouseph. Nothing much happens from down there. It's mostly the straight smashes. If he's in good balance, he has a cross drop as well.
I can remember talking a few years ago about Rajiv Ouseph when he was playing, and I said whether he's taking the shuttle early or late in his deep forehand corner is an indication of whether he's playing well or not.
Yeah.
Because he tends to be lazy.
Yeah.
He certainly used to be in that deep forehand corner, and you're right, there's not enough variation from it.
That was one of the things that worked really well for Vittinghus in the Thomas Cup final against Mustofa. He had a lot of variation from his forehand side, especially the cross stick smashes. Opened up the whole court.
Oh, beautiful net shot.
Yeah.
Lovely play from Ouseph.
I mean, from what I said in the beginning, I might want to reconsider that if I have a chance, because it seems like he's dominating the net game, that he has a better touch right now.
15-11.
Missed it.
Cover. 12-15.
He's playing very short at the moment, Rajiv. Not even to the first line on the side of Mustofa.
13-15. Cover. 16-13.
Oh, my goodness, I like that.
Cover. 14-16.
But he's got to have that, Rajiv Ouseph. He's simply got to have that smash covered. It's straight down the line. It's like 5-10 centimeters away from the line. You've got to have that. You cannot let that go down in your forehand side, straight in your forehand side. Sound harsh, but we've seen players been down on all four covering exactly that smash, and I think that's a good measurement of strength in men's singles.
Yeah, I mean, I know he's a tall athlete, Ouseph, 1m90, 6'3", but you know, you see Victor Axelsen diving out wide, getting to those sort of shots.
Exactly who's on the national team in England, but the problem is, who does he have in practice that makes these kind of shots? Of course, some of the doubles players could.
Yeah. No variation from that deep forehand corner again.
Yeah. Good read.
Yeah.
18-15.
3-point advantage and 3 points from this open game.
Yeah.
Rajiv Ouseph. Oh.
And you're right, Jill. He simply got to work harder when under pressure in deep corners because,
Look how late he takes that.
yeah, and he can't hit it all the way to the baseline, and it gives big opportunities for Mustofa every time he tries to sort of hit long. He can't hit long, so he has to hit flat and hard or short and accurate. And yeah, then in order to do that, it would be easier if he I know it's difficult for him because he's not that type of player, but still, those shots, that he can use them in the second game when he plays with the drift. Then he will be able to hit himself free from the deep corners. But right now, he's going to take up the challenge in the flat game. Again from Mustofa.
Yeah, lift wasn't that deep. Look where his feet are landing
Yeah.
as he plays that smash.
He's going for the height again.
So game point opportunities, 3 of them for Rajiv Ouseph.
That's the shot. Good shot.
Yeah, pounced on that one. What a difference. 21-17. Opening game to Rajiv Ouseph in 16 minutes of play. Yeah, good point, his coach.
Just turned 40 the other day. It was Monday and Tuesday, but hadn't really told anyone about it. Should have all chances of a comeback in this match. Mustofa now playing on the better side in terms of being able to push his shots to the back court of Ouseph.
Well, I can remember when Ouseph won the European Junior title, men's singles gold in 2005. An awful lot of us got very excited about his potential, and I have to say that it's sort of taken a number of years for him to really sort of turn that potential into solid results.
Yeah, it's been a lot of ups and downs.
Yeah.
A couple of European medals.
Yep.
Silver in
Ihsan.
14.
Yep. recent bronze. Go with the bronze that he won in 2010 in Manchester.
In many ways, he's to break the pattern of recent times. I can't remember a real good English singles player since Darren Hall retired. And I mean, you sort of get an image, you get a picture of yourself that, okay, this is what's in it for me. And you got to do something else to change that. Sometimes you perhaps got to set a little bit unrealistic goals in order to make sure that you do enough, so you can see what the limit is.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, he hasn't really been challenged as such as far as supremacy as the best English player is concerned. So, you know, I'm not saying this is the case, but with some people there is almost a contentment, and you don't push yourself to the limit to find out, explore the boundaries, see what's possible.
It's fine to be the best in England. There's a reasonably good supporting system, being a professional badminton player there. But in some ways, if you can add some craziness to it.
Yeah.
One of the persons that I think has done that really well was a player like Simon Archer.
Yeah.
He managed to go from sort of middle-level doubles player to a world-class doubles player, thanks to the help of the coaches. But I mean, as a player, you got to be able to invest, otherwise you won't go anywhere. And Simon had that craziness to the ability to believe that he could win the whole thing, and that helped him.
Oh, that's absolutely delightful. Yeah, and when we talk about that belief, you know, somebody like Simon Archer actually was very open about his belief, and that some people believe translated into arrogance. You don't have to have the arrogance to have that inner belief to sort of see
not at all
what is possible. How good could I become?
And I mean, don't measure it all the time. How good am I? How good do I think I can become? Just do what I think needs to be done to be really, really, really good. And also, of course, Simon progressed in a time where Park Jubong was coaching England, and we can see that Park, now the long-time coach of a very successful Japan team, he definitely knew what he was doing. So you got to have things that adds up. Yeah, there's a challenge here.
Yeah.
I instinctively had the same feeling as Ouseph that it was long, but wouldn't rule out that it just caught the line. Well, the short of that very long story is that it's sometimes tough to be the best player and have to take every step forward yourself.
Yeah. Here we go. Yeah, good challenge. Very good challenge.
Correction, out. One 7-4.
Sure, clear, and it got what it deserved.
Look at the feet of Mustofa, always in front of the double service line. Clear sign of short clear or a short lift. That's long.
Service over. 8-5.
Oh, lovely net play.
9-5.
Oh!
Well, it was worth a try.
9.
What on earth was that?
Some sort of a windmill shot.
Well, it did well to make contact.
Okay, thank you. Gopa, thank you. Gopa, thank you. Enough. Gopa, thank you. Late. Service over. 10-6.
One or two signs to me, Steen, that Mustofa is beginning to run out of ideas.
Yeah, I like the movements to the backcourt, the quick movements to the backcourt, but his front court play seems like quite unimaginative to me. I mean, Ouseph has shown that he's been doing well at the front court and at the net, and Mustofa is on the side where he can push the shots. That one. That's exactly what he should be doing from the front court. A little bit of deception and then push Ouseph to the back court. 2 out of 3 shots like that. The last shot to the front court to keep him guessing. That should set him up for his attacks.
Yep. It's a wild backhand.
8-10.
Oh, well, that's the first one he's won at the net, isn't
Yeah.
it?
9.
But he's definitely got the momentum right now.
Yeah. But the fact that he did that little hold and flick
Yeah.
a couple of rallies ago, now all of a sudden Ouseph.
He's open on the front court as well
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
And that's what he should utilize. He's on the good side of the court. And this is more like it, but again, I mean, that's not a good defense, Mr. Ouseph.
No, he doesn't get down low enough, does he? He sort
not
of
at all.
leans
Not at all,
towards it.
yeah. His point of gravity is way too high.
Well, on a run of 5 straight points, Mustofa has the advantage. And you're right, Steen, the momentum, most definitely, with the Indonesian. That one shot in that one rally, that hold and flick, has turned the momentum of the second game.
Man. And think of the differences in coaching. I mean, he was about to perhaps go to the interval with a 11-6 lead, Ouseph. Now he's behind 11-10.
Yeah.
And what a difference in the Indonesian coaching as well. You're on the right way, things are going well, we can be positive and so on, instead of things are looking a little bit difficult, if not impossible. Now there's a really good chance that Mustofa is making a comeback in this match.
Well, there's no doubt the fans would love to see that.
And this is where we have to see some of the character of Ouseph. Can he put his heels down and say, hey, we got to fight for it, or will there be easy points like this? What a great shot from Mustofa. Yeah, well played, well played.
7 straight points.
Yeah, and this pace that there is right now, that's the right pace for Mustofa, and that would be difficult for Ouseph to keep up with that pace on this side of the court.
Well, certainly played himself back in, the young Indonesian. Oh, good net shot. Well, the roar from the fans. And there is the vulnerability in defence that you were talking about, Steen.
Yeah.
Got to look for that straight one, surely.
Yeah, I mean, there's some kind of footwork and arm work for that defense that Van Dan showed everybody in the world how to do it, and now we see the girls do it in women's singles as well, and they practice it. It's part of the footwork practice, where you just use your arms as well.
Yeah. It's gone long. 9 of the last 10 points.
Yeah, exactly.
15-11.
But it's Mustofa who's created his own lock, in my opinion. He's up the pace.
Yeah, quite noticeably. And now it appears to me as if Ouseph is running out of ideas. Oh, look at that. Good headwear. Letting the shuttle drop too low again. I think Ouseph making things difficult for himself. That's better when you take it early like that. Got the long arms, reach up. Goodness, how did he get that back? And Ouseph misses with his attempted slides down the line. But that was incredible defense from Mustofa. Look at that.
He earned that one, Mustofa. He earned that mistake from Ouseph, because Ouseph tried to play it so sharp, so close to the line in order to win it, because Mustofa had been diving in his defense. It will, in the statistics, go down as an unforced error. In my opinion, it was a mentally forced error.
Of the last 15 points. What an extraordinary turnaround. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. One game all. 15 of the last 17 points. Mustofa looking a completely different player. So too, Ouseph. 21-12. Having been 6-10 adrift. 35 minutes into the match and it's one game apiece. All of a sudden, this young man's oozing confidence. One game all. Ouseph needs to use the advantage of the better end at the start of this deciding game.
Yeah. If I were Mustofa's coach, I would ask him to come out firing on all cylinders as he's done here. Put deceptions on the front court, attack, follow up, stay in balance, but attack and attack with variation. Especially from his backhand side, he's been attacking really well, so that he can use the drift to his advantage. Once in a while, play a lift, quite flat lift with a little deception, possibly to the forehand corner of Ouseph.
Nice net shot. Well, the margins between success and failure, tiny. That one hitting the top of the net and falling back his own side.
Bit carried away there, and a little bit better defense from Rajiv Ouseph, and that sort of shows us perhaps what might have been had his defense been a little bit more solid. And he could have intimidated the young Indonesian.
That's long. Challenge.
I think that's a waste. But comes in handily, breaking the rhythm of Ouseph, who got off to a good start here in the third game.
Yeah, because I felt the same as you, Steen. I felt that previous rally, the Indonesian, you said he got carried away. And that's exactly what I was feeling as the rally was in progress.
Yeah.
So just to sort of qualify what you said, as we see the decision here, yeah, was indeed out. You were right, wasted challenge. You know, when you said if you were his coach, you would advise him to come out all guns blazing.
Yeah.
That is speed of movement, not necessarily speed of shot.
We saw it in the women's doubles as well, that everybody was just smashing because they didn't have the sort of overview of the match to do anything else. But that was the thing that really mattered. That was when a player was putting in a drop shot or doing something else. And this is what I question, that do these young Indonesian players, do they have the feel for the game? And perhaps they don't have, but they're also young, so they might still be able to get it.
That's come back in.
No,
it's cool. That's got to be a challenge. Yeah, and
Mustofa, he knows that this is going to be a reversed call.
Yeah, there was a wry smile on his face, wasn't there? He knew it came back in. Came back in with the drift, that is. I'm pretty certain it will be confirmed as in yes. So good challenge. He's made 2 challenges throughout the match so far. Ouseph, and both times he's been proved right.
That's better. That's better. Because he took a little bit off the pace of the smashes, but stayed in balance.
Yeah.
So he was able to control the next shots as well, Mustofa. To get tall players to twist and turn their body.
Flow of this match is quite extraordinary, isn't it?
Yeah. So much about getting the upper hand after the service situation.
Oh, good defense. Oh, I like that. Yeah. Something different out of that deep forehand corner.
Also got the next one covered, Ouseph, using his reach.
Yeah, we won't be happy with that, though.
One suspects that with every point Mustofa scores on this part of the court, his chances sort of double for every point for winning the match.
This is a big, big point. Well played by the youngster.
Things that Ouseph needs to do is he has to anticipate some of the shots to his long forehand so he can sort of break them.
Well, from 1-6 down, into the next 9 points to this young man.
Yeah. That one.
Oh, missed opportunity from Mustofa.
8-9.
One of the teaser shots, quite a bit away from the net, challenging the opponent to put the correct speed in it. Can't really play close to the net if you do. This is what you end up with, a mistake or a shot that comes over, but it's not really close enough so that the opponent can spin it. The only thing you can do is actually push it towards the backcourt or play it back at the net, but within more or less the same distance, and sort of give the challenge back to the opponent again.
That looked a tired-looking shot to me.
Yeah, it was a good opportunity. It was a good opportunity.
Oh, dear, dear.
Whoa, 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 whoa. That's important that Rajiv Ouseph, he picks up on that. Now Mustofa, he's about to win this match, to move into the semi-final of Indonesia Open in Stora Senayan, and he's just served a short service in the net. He's going to get nervous. If Ouseph can stay within striking distance, he still has a chance.
Well, it is striking distance because there's only 2 points in it. But of course, Mustofa has the better end the second half of this deciding game. Better end because of the drift. He can afford to push from the net area, hold the shot, and it should still stay in the court, whereas from this near side, no danger of hold and push going along. Now, I noticed both the coaches there this time.
Yeah.
Steen, is that significant?
I'm not sure. Maybe I think maybe it's for sort of cheering up a little bit.
Moral support.
Yeah.
Peter Jeffrey, the other coach.
So the thing, I mean, Mustofa, he's got pretty much the idea on what to do on the side of the court that he's playing now. He played really well from down 6-10 in the second game. But Ouseph, he's got to play these shots, long drop shots and so on, wait for the flat lifts from Mustofa and try to break them. And at the net, not with this service return, but if he's close to the net, he's really got to go for the chance and seek those 60-40 situations.
It's going wide. Oh, it's gone wide as well. I was about to say that's a magnificent defensive shot, but
I I think playing rallies like that is just going to lose Ouseph the match a little bit later than taking the chances at the net. I don't see him coming back from that type of rallies.
Oh, unbelievable defence. That looked a lame attempt to the cross-court drop from Ouseph.
Yeah.
He's a tired man. Of course, both of his previous matches were 3 games. The accumulation of tiredness perhaps beginning to take its toll.
Down 14-3 now since being 6-1 up.
Yeah, that's not good, is it? That attempted cross-court net shot from so low down.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just never on, was it? I mean, this says to me desperation.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing that sort of softens it a little bit is that Ouseph often plays net shot from that position.
Yeah.
He's rarely high on them, but he's he knows that he's going to lose this match.
Yeah, that's a wonderful ace serve. One-way traffic now, and it's all in favour of Ihsan Maulana Mustofa. 3 points away from the semi-final.
Yeah. That was a good point for Ouseph from this near side of the court, where since he was leading 10-6 in the second game, also on this side of the court, and he's behind 22-3, and
yes.
that's just you can't do that and then hope to go to the Super Series semi-final. Simply got to go home, work on his strategy for playing with the drift. Got to be able to play at a faster pace. Got to work on his defense. Take all the positives you can from this tournament. And Mustofa, yeah, we're going to see him again tomorrow.
Points needed for the youngster.
19-10. Cover 11-19.
Oh, well taken, well taken. That's what you were talking about. Not necessarily going for the kill, but trying to...
But seeking situations where it's like 60-40 or 55-45 in percentages for Ouseph, because playing long rallies from this side of the court here is not going to win him the match, given the skills that he has at the moment.
Left is short. Match points have arrived. Remarkable comeback from a game and 6-10 down. Ihsan Maulana Mustofa comes back to defeat Rajiv Ouseph And that large deficit as well in this deciding game, 1-6 down. Closes it out 21-12. 54 minutes. And agonizing defeat for Ouseph in his 7th Super Series quarter-final. He still awaits to be in a semi-final. And the number of chances perhaps getting fewer and fewer at the age of 29. For Mustofa, well, never previously had been beyond the first round of a Premier Super Series. Now he's in the semi-final. 17-21, 21-12, 21-12 in a match lasting 54 minutes. Of course, we watched Muskins and Peak earlier on this afternoon. In the bottom half of the draw, Tang Yuanting and Yu Yang safely through against the Korean pair of Jang Ye-na and Lee So-hee, 2 straight games. We are going to concentrate on the bottom section of the draw because it's the Malaysian pair of Vivian Hu and Woon Ki-wei who broke the hearts of home fans yesterday when they put out the number 2 seeds, Meswari and Polly, in 2 straight games. They're up against another Indonesian pair, Awanda and Ni